touch typing is a great way for us college students to keep our grades up as well as keep our brain active throughout the day. Christopher Berglund actually wrote in an article posted in Psychology Today that when he types rather than writing out by hand, he finds a better fluidity in his writing as a writer himself. But that's a professional. What does that have to do with you? Many of you probably already know how to touch type, but for some people, I've realized even since coming to college that people older than me don't even know how to touch type, which I think is weird because I believe it is a very essential skill to learn, especially when we are replacing the basic pen and paper with all these computers that use keyboards. So I believe it is essential to understand the basics of touch typing. Whether we are writing out that last minute essay at 12 a.m. in the morning, or if we are typing out an email to our professor about extending a due date for an assignment we should have had done 2 days ago, we're typing all these out on keyboards. Adam Maxted, who is a sales and marketing manager, posted on LinkedIn that there are actually 6 benefits to touch typing. These 6 benefits being speed, accuracy, time, overall health, decreased fatigue, and productivity. No matter what industry you're in, you are always going to be faced in front of a computer at some point, and even me, as a Taco Bell manager back in a Taco Bell in Indiana, I have to be in front of a computer whenever I have to do my training for new food items, like the limited time option items. So just knowing how to touch type will decrease the amount of time you have to spend on that computer when usually your time should be spent doing more important things for your job. But how does touch typing actually make you go faster with your typing? Well, it's completely muscle memory. All you're thinking about is what you're thinking about in your head. You're not thinking about how you're going to touch type. You're just going to do it while you think about the words you want to put out on the page. Even Beth Budinich, who is a teacher who uses typing.com to teach their students touch typing, her grades 3 through 5, she found that right after they get a really solid basis of how to touch type, now their presentations or their assignments now have a better fluidity to them, and she found that their content is better because they're more worried about what the content is rather than how to spell a word out using it. Yes, those are grades 3 through 5, but who benefits more? Them who are typing about 200-word paragraphs as entire assignments or essays, or us who are writing actual large 1,500-word papers? Exactly, us, the college students. Well, enough talking. You might be asking, Daniel, how in the actual hell do you touch type? Well, here's how. It's a little hard to show the posture and where my fingers are at the same time, but just make sure that your chest is up, your back is straight, keep yourself in a comfortable but engaging position, and your butt is up at the front of the chair. As well as your right hand, your index, middle, ring, and pinky finger will go in order, J, K, L, and semicolon, with your right thumb on the spacebar. Then your left thumb will also be on the spacebar. Wrists connected to the table, staying down, not up. That will decrease speed and decrease accuracy. And it's not really good to find a good basis of where the actual keys are because you're going to be jumping around a little bit and moving those fingers. And then with the left hand, you'll put it on F. And remember, F and J have little indents for you to feel out and find home row yourself. And then it'll go F, D, S, and A. And then from there, just kind of try and find spacing, type out on like a blank document, find spacing. There's also plenty of websites that I will get into later that can help you learn how to type and find the spacing on the keyboard. There is a site you can use that I like to use. This one's called Monkey Type that you see right up here. It's not really easy to see, but it's Monkey Type. And there's also another site that I found that is published by Western Governors University. And this site actually has full-on lessons. It'll go through basically touching the same keys over and over again to build muscle memory. And this is essentially what you can build up to. And for anyone who's already known how to touch type, this is just a good reminder on how to. Hopefully after watching this video, you now know how to touch type, and if you already knew how, then you went back over your basics and you now know a few sites and a few resources that you can actually use to go and help improve your typing speed.